Many thanks to fellow Trucks Vanilla servers, Atlas, One Original DayZ servers, Clash Vanilla servers, Sgt. Pepper's DayZ Invasion server, Sea of Tools Cloud, Double Tap, and DayZ Damned Hardcore and Vanilla servers for making this video possible. DayZ 1.26 will be introducing Pneumonia along with a new type of stamina draining effect. So in this video we're going to be looking at exactly how Pneumonia will slow down our characters, how much codeine and morphine reduce the effects of the common cold sickness, how the new temporary immunity mechanic works, and why vitamins have been massively buffed. Pneumonia brings about a lovely new negative status effect for our characters after we pass stage 2 of the common cold sickness. The common cold sickness starts out in stage 0 with our characters doing the freezing animation where they rub their arms, triggered by light blue or lower temperature and indicating that our characters are cold enough to start stage 1 of the common cold sickness. Now if you're not drugged up on vitamins or have these 4 stats high enough, stage 1 of the common cold sickness starts if you remain light blue or lower temperature, giving you a cold which makes you sneeze every couple of minutes and can be heard up to around 30 meters away clearly, even when it's muffled by a helmet. With DayZ 1.26, this sneezing in stage 1 can be suppressed 100% completely with codeine or morphine for 5 minutes at a time, meaning that both of these have the exact same effect on our characters when it comes to suppressing sneezes. Be warned though that the medicine icon for morphine will only stay there for 1 minute before it disappears, even though it will protect you for 5 minutes still. On the other hand, codeine will give you the medicine icon for 5 minutes like it always has, coincidentally indicating when you need to take more medicine to continue suppressing your sneezes. Codeine or morphine doesn't have any effect on the common cold sickness itself. It won't reduce the chances of you getting the cold, nor will it reduce how quickly you develop the next stage of this sickness should you continue to ignore these freezing animations. In stage 2 of the common cold sickness then, it develops into influenza, otherwise known as the flu. In this stage you get a periodic blur effect on your screen with the symptoms of both sneezing and coughing in this stage 2. However, in this stage, codeine and morphine cannot suppress your sneezes at all. They simply reduce the frequency of coughing instead, making them a lot less useful than in stage 1. Stage 3 is when influenza turns into pneumonia, the new sickness added in this patch which aims to really slow you down and pretty much forces you to deal with the situation. Basically, pneumonia is a lung infection you get from neglecting your health for too long in the game, causing your character to frequently make these heavy breathing sound effects. When in stage 3 or while you have pneumonia, every action you do will require 30% additional stamina to perform, and stamina will regenerate 50% slower, so as slow as if you're wearing a gas mask with a filter on. All the symptoms of pneumonia, including the regular coughing and sneezing, are not affected at all in this stage by codeine or morphine, and nor do these affect the health drain that comes with pneumonia too. Every single second you have pneumonia, you lose roughly 0.1 health, killing you in just 24 minutes from full health, or if you're low blood, it will kill you in 16 minutes flat, making it the deadliest sickness outside of just standing in a gas zone, killing you more than twice as fast as wound infection or heavy metal poisoning. If at the exact moment that you get pneumonia you use a vitamin to boost your immunity and you stand next to a fireplace, it will take you just over 10 minutes to cure this, draining over half of your health in that time in the best case scenario. So if you're under half health and you get this, it's a GG for you. For this reason, I believe the devs will certainly adjust the decay rate of this sickness or reduce how much health damage you take from it, as the decay rate after getting stage 3 in a lot of cases is slower than the speed that pneumonia will kill you, making pneumonia almost a certain death sentence for most players, and therefore makes having low temperature easily one of the biggest risks in DayZ. I'll make a full guide on how to fight the cold and pneumonia in the future, as it's likely pneumonia will change before release, going over the best cures and the like. Pneumonia will very likely be curable by having high enough stats, which simulates a high enough immune system in the game by having these 4 stats high, and will be curable most likely with vitamins too because of this. What we know for sure though is that curing stage 1, 2 or 3 of the common cold sickness will give us a newly added temporary immunity. Temporary immunity protects you temporarily from contracting any stage of the common cold sickness, but it's on a per stage basis. To put it in another way, if you manage to go from stage 3 common cold sickness, which is pneumonia, down to stage 2 influenza, you will be protected from getting pneumonia again for 10 minutes, but you will still have influenza. This works the same for dropping from influenza or stage 2 down to the cold, which is stage 1. You will have 5 minutes of immunity if you drop down to the cold stage, for example, instead of influenza. Or if you manage to drop from stage 1 to where this sickness icon down here will disappear, you will get 10 minutes of immunity from stage 1, and therefore you will get immunity completely from the common cold sickness for 10 minutes. This works fantastically with vitamins, as getting a cold or stage 1 of the common cold sickness and then curing it with vitamins gives you 5 minutes of protection from the vitamin you took, plus 10 minutes of temporary immunity added in this patch. Another way that vitamins were buffed in this patch is in the form of an immune system nerf. In the previous patch, you needed your immune system to be at 65% strength to make you immune to stage 1 and stage 2 of the common cold sickness, so the cold and influenza you can be immune to at 65% strength. Now you will need to achieve 72% instead to have the same results, which translates to full health, full blood, 2200 energy, 2200 hydration, instead of 1500 in both energy and hydration, or around 50% extra energy and hydration compared to last patch, making vitamins much more valuable if you need to maintain your immune system. On the other hand, with this patch, you can now cure cholera easier, as any small water container can be placed inside of a fireplace slot to boil, so this works like a cooking pot, for example, which, if you didn't know, removes cholera from the water when you leave it there for about 1 minute. This can even be done inside other containers to boil your smaller containers of water while boiling water, allowing you to sterilize water faster because you can boil your water while boiling your water. But be aware that placing a plastic bottle inside of a cooking slot will damage it slowly. No other item will take damage inside of these slots. It's only the plastic bottle, even though the canteen is made of plastic itself, with everything still taking damage when you place it inside the fire itself. Also be aware of how hot water can damage us now. It literally removes your health if you drink it, so wait for it to cool down to the warm temperature first, and be aware that boiling water will not remove heavy metal poisoning from water either. Only the new filtering bottle and chelating tablets will, of which these two remove cholera from water sources too. So the filtering bottle, if you're using that at a river, you're going to be fine, you're not going to get anything. And the chelating tablets work as purifying tablets when it comes to water sources. If you wish to learn more about heavy metal poisoning, see this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.